girl.
I did it again. We have 60 books. 60 books to go through. So that being said, well, actually...
What's going on, guys? Kaivox here and Mikachi. We're gonna be hauling these books, like she said.
60 books.
And by we, I mean her mostly. I'm just here for mortal support.
That being said, we're probably not going to say too much about each one of these books because it would take all day and you guys would get really bored.
Or would you?
So these books are a culmination, is that the right word?
Nope. Amalgamation.
Of books sent to me, ARCs sent to me, books that I purchased from Amazon with my birthday money, book outlet books that I got with my birthday money. There's going to be another book outlet haul coming very soon because I got like in on the whole Black Friday deal thing. Let's go.
Really? You're out of breath from talking? Man, we need to work on that. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video where we talk about the regular kind of books that we got, all right, that we get all the time. Let's talk about this special one that's kind of out of our norm.
I'm actually like really excited.
It's like video game related and stuff. What is it called?
So it's called The Game Console, a photographic history from Atari to Xbox.
Ooh.
It's kind of like, what I really think is cool about this, it gives you a little bit of information about
Want me to hold it up?
Yeah. It's like a bunch of different consoles from like the beginning of the gaming console world. And it actually... the people that took the pictures like rip apart all of the consoles and the controllers and show you how they were physically different. They also give you like original prices when they first came out, and little like tidbits of information about every single console and what years they came out.
Wow, this is like legit, like almost like a textbook.
Yeah.
Like of each of them. That's really cool.
So we're like pretty big gaming nerds. So when I saw this, I thought it was a really neat idea.
The Neo Geo was $650 when it was released. This little thing. And people complain about like when the
400.
PlayStation and stuff come out and it's like $500.
It also gives you the specs of the
RAM, the
actual,
VRAM.
yeah, in console itself. I just think this is so cool. I've never seen this.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Wow.
But like they literally go through everything. And the person that put this
here we
book,
go. Now we're at a place where we we kind of start recognizing some.
The person that actually put this together said that each one of these is a separate photo.
Yeah, and then
that's
they just
like all
layer
4K
them.
photos, and it took them like a huge amount of space.
Yeah, and then you just layer them. Otherwise, they'd have to learn how to levitate things and be able to put there. But it would be even cooler if the screws were all there too.
Oh,
they're not, but that would be like the next, like, you know, the next step of like where all the screws go.
Look at how cool that looks. Like they
That does
take
look awesome.
apart like controllers. Show them.
What is this? Look at that.
They take like apart controllers and show you.
Oh wow, this is cool. They have the generations.
You're not even showing anything.
I don't need to show it. Buy it yourself. We're not here to show you guys the inside of the book. We're here to just tell you guys about the book. Ooh, we get all the way up to the Switch, so it's basically up to current consoles.
Yeah, it's brand new. That's book
awesome.
Just came out. Feels like the system. Like it has like a chalkboardy type feel to it.
Yeah, and this is shiny. I thought you like cleaned it too much and like rubbed stuff off of it. There's a giant controller too.
What?
Did you not know that?
No.
And now let's get into the
regular books that you're used to.
the potatoes and cheese.
I don't know where to start. This happens to me every time.
I have an idea. Let's start right there. What do you
is
know?
This?
I don't know what it is, Meek.
This is The City in the Middle of the Night by Charlie Jane Anders. This one comes out... When does it come out? February 2019. Now I remember why I requested it. January is a dying planet divided between a permanently frozen darkness on one side and blazing endless sunshine on the other. Humanity clings to life spread across two archaic cities built in the sliver of habitable dusk. But life inside the cities is just as dangerous as the uninhabitable wastelands outside. So, I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood for like a post-apocalyptic kind of setting lately.
Sounds like space. Is it spacey?
I think it is like a sci-fi-ish story, but...
It comes out in February, but it's about a place called January?
Yeah. That's a missed
That's
opportunity.
probably why you thought it was coming out in January.
Maybe.
You were like, January. Well, oh, wait, no. February. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys.
I did that.
Okay, yeah.
This is a book outlet one that I got. Did you try to rip the
I
sticker
tried,
off?
Meek. I tried. I'm sorry. I tried to get the price sticker off from Walmart.
Year One by Nora Roberts. Oh, look at these end papers.
End? That's what that's called? End papers?
Yeah.
Like it's the end of the paper. It's the end of the paper.
Oh, that's cool.
I like it. I like simplicity.
I don't know if the blue matches the red and
Oh,
black.
it matches. Have you ever heard of Christmas? Blue and red are the colors of Christmas.
All right.
It's blue and green.
It began on New Year's Eve. The sickness came on suddenly and spread quickly. Can you tell I'm in like a post-apocalyptic mood?
Meek, what are you trying to tell me?
The fear spread even faster. Within weeks, everything people counted on began to fail them. The electrical grid sputtered, law of government collapsed. Oh, law and, not of. And more than half of the world's population was decimated. That's all I want to know. It seems cool.
You're gonna, like, end the world as we know it. And it has a smoky raven on it, or a crow. I don't know what they are.
And Beverly, what's her face on the back? Goldberg.
Oh, Bev Goldberg? I was like, is that really her name? Beverly Goldberg?
No.
She just has the hair, Meek.
I didn't ask for this one, but it's got a sexy man.
This is my favorite one! Look how little it is.
It's got a sexy man on the cover.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Janine Frost, Shades of Wicked, a Night Rebel novel. Alright. Master vampire Ian is unrepentant, shameless, and every shade of wicked. He has made one too many enemies in his 2 centuries of existence, including Dagon, a demon who now lays claim to his soul. I don't know, sometimes you just want, like, a hot and sexy, romancy type paranormal novel.
Did you order that?
No.
Our fingers just touched, by the way. It was weird.
They sent it to me. Sometimes I'm in the mood for stuff like this, okay?
Excuse me, when and where, and I don't like this.
Then I got sent Sadie by Courtney Summers. I'm actually super excited to read this because I've heard nothing but rave reviews about this book, and I hear that we need to read the audiobook or listen to the audiobook.
Because it's all
got a full cast.
Ooh, I'm down. Maybe we'll do it. Is it out yet?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it for the book club. By the way, guys, if you guys don't know, we do a book club every month. We choose a couple books. We read it all together. And then you guys join us for the live stream. We talk about it. We have some fun. We have some crackers and what do people have during tea and
coffee
and biscuits.
We forgot to mention the giveaway.
We have a giveaway, I think. What?
We'll talk about it in a minute. This shirt came with this book. So
no, this is where I work. What are you talking about? This is, what is it called? Ray's Diner.
So
that's where I work.
The publishers sent me this. I didn't ask for it, but it was like really cool because it came with a really cool package. So it came with that shirt.
Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't know.
Best apple pie in Garnet County.
The best.
Hashtag find Sadie. Oh, I just ripped this.
That would be a horrible hashtag to have on a work shirt.
So it came with this cool, like, brochure type thing that I'm
map.
ripping apart.
It's a map. It's pretty cool. I like when books come with dumb little things like that. It's always like...
It came with this, too.
Super fun.
These are super cute. They're kind of like...
places that she possibly was. Ooh, and they have QR codes in the back. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe those will do something.
Here,
who knows?
put them up.
Who knows?
So it came with these. I don't know how these tie in with the story, but they must somehow. So I thought that stuff was super cool, and he stole my shirt.
It's a large. It's not gonna fit you. It's gonna be like a blanket. This is shirts for me.
It's a bedtime
this
shirt.
This is my work shirt, okay? I'm sorry. I just got off work at Ray's, and I had to come here and do this book thing with you. It's not my fault.
Then I got Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy, which I have another book over here by her. This one comes out March 2019. What do you want to see it for?
I wanted to just show it to them. You tend to not want to do that.
I've actually heard some really good things about like early reviewers of this book, so I requested it. When Ari crash lands on Old Earth and pulls a magic sword from its ancient resting place, she's revealed to be the newest reincarnation of King Arthur. Then she meets Merlin, who has aged backward over the centuries into a teenager, and together they must break the curse that keeps Arthur coming back. That seems kind of cool.
So does that mean that Merlin's eventually going to revert into nothingness because he's going to turn into a baby?
King Arthur as you've never imagined. I'm down.
No, that sounds cool.
It sounds neat.
I feel like sometimes synapses
overhype it
no,
or make
they,
it seem like
they just make it almost seem corny. That almost sounds corny. I have a feeling that it's not going to be as corny as the synopsis.
Dude, the cover's mad
sounds.
cool.
It's a little too pink for me.
I
just
love
to make
it.
a point that it's a girl. It's like, ooh, look, it's pink. I'm a girl.
I'm cool with it.
It's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's no need to do that. You know, like if you're gonna do like a girl thing, you don't have to point out like, oh, this is the girl version. Whatever. Moving on.
Then I got East and West. So
That's what they're called?
yeah.
Wow.
So I actually never heard about this until kind of recently when West started getting hype. This one comes out, actually I lied, it came out in October, so it's already out. This one's been out for a little while.
So
I don't know what they're about. They just sent me these. I didn't ask for them. Sweeping romantic epic. Ooh, I'm cool with that.
Are you cool though?
Yeah.
I feel like you're not that cool.
I'm not. Rose has always longed for adventure, so when an enormous white bear appears one evening and makes her a mysterious offer, she accepts. In exchange for health and prosperity for her ailing family, she agrees to live with the white bear in a distant castle. But Rose soon realizes that it isn't all as it seems. I can't, but it seems like a cool, like, action adventure.
So
fantasy.
fantasy as well,
Yeah.
because you have talking bears.
I'm cool with
Give
it.
me a talking bear any day. I don't know what that means.
So I got this from HMH Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevers. I don't know how to say her name. It's a new duology, so I don't know. I thought these books were related to it, but I guess they're not. But anyway, I got this one and I was like, hey, I don't own the other ones, so let me buy, all three of them. Hold this one.
So you're telling me that we spent money on things that you didn't even do your research and you were like, I think this is the same one. I think this goes with that one.
Yeah.
Let me buy all of them.
Meek,
I
look
got the
how
collection.
cool. These
Look how cool
covers,
I could have printed these out for you and we could have just had them.
these covers are super cool. These are the new paperback editions, but like I thought they looked super cool.
I'm gonna start going to like the dollar store or like Goodwill and just buying books and then sticking covers that you like on them and being like, hey Meek, look, you have that cover that you loved so much.
This series, so this is a finished trilogy. It has really good reviews. It says in 15th century Brittany, Ismay escapes from the brutality of an arranged marriage to the convent of Saint Mortain, where the sisters still serve the gods of old. Here she learns that she's been sired by the god of death himself and will be trained in his arts. Dude, that sounds awesome. So yeah, I got all three of these. They sent me this one. Apparently this is
Yeah, you never talked about that one.
new. It's coming out. When did I say? February. I don't know if I said. Sabella? I hate these names. I can't read them. Has always been the darkest of death's daughters. This sounds similar. Trained at the convent of Saint Mortain to serve as his justice. But she has a new mission now. In a separate bid to keep her two youngest sisters safe from the family that nearly destroyed them all, she agrees to accompany the Duchess to France, where they quickly find themselves surrounded by enemies. It sounds very similar. I don't know how this book ties with that book. Obviously, it's the same world, but maybe it's just following a different person in a different story? I don't know. What's your face?
This.
I still think that these get, like, cool cover awards. Just saying.
Yeah, I like them when they don't have people on the covers. It's like my favorite. It's like, just don't put people on it. And I will like it.
Some people look cool on covers.
Yeah, like the sexy man.
This looks cool.
Like this one. This one's a great cover. Like put a naked guy on it. All the ladies will love it. I don't love it.
I got sent this. I didn't ask for it. They just sent it to me. Roar of Sky by Beth Cato.
Do you see what I mean? Show that cover. That is a terrible cover. It's just like I don't know what nationality she is, but she's kind of dressed Asian-y, but then with her boobs out. And she has like one of those weapons that's the
spear type?
No, it's not a spear. I forgot what that's called. But anyway, it's terrible. Like, it's so corny. I hate it. That's okay because she's real. She's a real person.
All right. This is a third in a series. I have not read the other two. So I don't really know what the series is about.
Was this requested?
No.
It was sent. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks to her geomantic magic. What does that mean?
Earthly, earth bending magic.
Ingrid has successfully eluded... Oh, this is like going into spoiler territory.
Well,
I don't
because
know what
it's the
about.
third book.
I know, I
of
can't
course.
really...
And that's a real sticker.
What it's about. I know. Why did they put these stupid stickers?
What does it say?
Review copy, not for sale.
Oh, so you don't sell it.
It's a finished copy, but I can't sell it.
Oh, wait, what? You wouldn't sell it anyway.
I wouldn't.
It's a finished copy, but let's just pretend that it's not.
I think that's basically like... I got another book like that. I bought this one with my birthday money. The Trader Beru Cormorant.
See, that's a cool cover. That's not a person. That's
by
a
Seth
face.
Dickinson.
Put a face on something. That's cool. It looks creepy. It's like a robot, like porcelain face.
Tomorrow on the beach, Beru Cormorant will look up from the sand of her home and see red sails on the horizon. The Empire of Masks is coming, armed with coin and ink, doctrine and compass, soap and lies. They will conquer Baru's island, rewrite her culture, criminalize her customs, and dispose of one of her fathers. She'll swallow her hate, prove her talent, and join the masquerade. She'll learn the secrets of the Empire, she'll be exactly what they need, and she'll claw her way high enough to up the rungs of power to set her people free. It just seems pretty neat. This one, I think the second one just came out. I don't know if it's a duology or a trilogy, but let's talk about the giveaway.
Let's talk about the giveaway.
The previous giveaway was for Bloody Rose. Who won it?
The winner
is Kevin Campbell.
Kevin Campbell. We're going to be sending you an email, and then you just respond to us. We just need to know your address and the name of the person. It's probably going to be you to send it to so that you can get it. Okay?
Next, I'm super, super, super excited about this next giveaway.
But you guys have to stay tuned till the end of the video to find out about the giveaway.
But I'm really excited, so keep an eye. I then picked up this monster of a book. Which, I mean, I should have realized it was a huge book because it's 10 books in one. But it's The Great Book of Amber by...
It's 10 books.
Roger Zelazny. I don't know. This is like one of those super classic fantasies that people that read a lot of fantasy have been hyping it up and raving about it forever. I like this spine.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
And I just never read it, and I figured if I'm gonna get it, why not get all of them in one?
Touché.
Roger Zelazny's Chronicles of Amber has earned their place in classics, yada, yada, yada. What's it about? Who knows? Because, you know, people don't put synopses on books anymore.
It's just one of those books that she bought that she's never gonna read.
I didn't realize it would be so big.
Can I see? I have a question for you.
Can I
see?
Junk on it.
That's my question. I was going to ask you, what is this brown poop stain on the back here?
Look, I tend to keep books in my kitchen when I get them, and then they get dirty.
Yeah, there's a poop stain on the back. I'm not going to show you guys that poop stain.
Here.
That's embarrassing. No.
Give me it.
No, you're going to... Meek, this is a paper cover. Oh, wow, look. You just smeared it.
So, I can't tell you what it's about because it doesn't say on there. The end.
I think those are the 10 books in the back. There.
All the novels of the towering fantasy saga complete in one volume. Then I got Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix by Julie Dow. This is the sequel, or not sequel, it's kind of like a sequel, but it goes along with the Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. I really enjoyed that book, so I bought this one. It came out a couple months ago now, I think. All I know, and I mentioned this in my TBR video for the Fall into Fantasy Readathon. This is on my TBR list. It follows one of the characters from the first book, so I can never say her name. But the main character in the first book is in this one, but she's kind of the evil stepmother type figure, and you're following the stepdaughter. Oh yeah, we have to show naked books. I don't like it. I don't like that yellow.
It's a solid yellow. The whole book is yellow.
I don't like it. I feel like with the cover on, though, the yellow goes okay with it.
It's like a mustard yellow.
Like, it's fine like that. Because it kind of matches the lettering.
Yeah, it does, definitely. Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah. I like it.
You can't even see what this is. I can't even see what this is.
What do you mean you can't see? I can see it. It's right in front of us.
The Psychology of Time Travel by Kate Mascarenhas.
Oh, you were saying that the name of the book is not on the cover.
So I requested this one, and it actually came with this really cool, like, origami letter thing.
Oh, that was it.
And it was like, I don't know what it was, but it had like an open me stamp on it, and then you undid the origami. It was a really cool like letter. So this is about 4 female scientists in 1967 who worked together to invent the world's first time machine. 50 years later, time travel is big business, but when a message from the future predicts a violent death, young Ruby suspects her grandmother, one of the original travelers, may be in danger.
I like time travel. It's like one of my favorite things.
I know, I figured you would like this. Ruby becomes obsessed. Could it be her grandmother? Who would want her dead? And most importantly, in a world where time travel exists, can her murder be stopped?
So what I like about time travel, check this out. It's just as open-ended as a fantasy book. You know how fantasy and magic, you can make up your own rules for magic? The same thing with time travel. You can make up your own rules for time travel. Like what gets affected when you go back in time, what kind of things happen when you come back. Like all of those things. Every story has its own rules for time travel. That's what's exciting about learning those new rules. I like time travel. That's all I'm saying.
This also came on that letter. It was really cool, and you noticed it before I even did, because when you open up the letter, it had this stamp on it, and it says like best book of 2019, and it's like the future because they know that stuff. I thought that was a nice touch.
Wow. Why is this so heavy?
I know, it's like a very dense book.
No, like, this is... It feels like as heavy as this, and this is like hardcover and stuff. This is so heavy.
It's got a nice...
It must have some sort of future paper in there.
It's got, like, thick paper. Like, the paper's really thick.
Yeah, but if you think about it, right, it doesn't matter if the paper's thick, because if the paper's thinner, but there's this many sheets, or this many, if it's this thick... It's not that... let me check.
I wanted to see how many pages this book is.
It's only 300 and... like 330 or 40.
This is so weird. Alright, so this book is 1,258 pages.
Wow.
But what's really strange about it is the story literally goes right to the end of the very last page. Like, there's no extra pages, there's no fluff, no nothing.
That's cool.
That's weird.
That's weird, yeah, I mean, that's what I meant.
Then this is also on my Fall into Fantasy TBR. So this is one of the authors of that King Arthur book, Amy Rose Capetta, The Brilliant Death. This one is like my LGBTQ plus option for that, but I don't know if it really is. It says, a daughter torn between loyalty to her family and owning her power, a debonair orphan with a gift for shape-shifting, a lush, sweeping, gender-bending, and endlessly surprising love story. It's fantasy. It's a love story. I'm down. Got a cool map on the end pages. Dude, I'm loving these, like, maps. I think our pie is ready. Pie smells so good. This is another book outlet book. I got, I think, 30 books or something.
Imagine that. You just paid for pages.
You basically do.
No you don't.
Sing Unburied Sing by Jesmyn Ward. So this book, basically when I buy book outlet books, they're things that I have on my TBR because people have said they're good, but I don't know if I'm really going to like them. So I wait until they're on book outlet and I buy them on there. This is one of those books. Has awards. But it didn't sound that fantastic to me, but people keep giving it such rave reviews that I'm like, what am I missing? Part ghost story, part road novel, this historic National Book Award winner is a dazzling journey through Mississippi's past and present and an epic tale of hope and survival. Following a family making the trip from their Gulf Coast town to the Mississippi State Penitentiary, Sing Unburied Sing tests the strength of emotional bonds and the pull of our collective history. In a haunted landscape for a family reeling with loss, the trip is fraught with danger. Dude, why did I think this sounded bad?
I feel bad for Canada.
This book sounds awesome.
Everything's so expensive there. I'm sorry, Canada.
Wanna smell it? It smells good.
Australia, I heard, is really expensive there, too.
Is it?
I'm sorry, Australia.
These books are, like, making my sinuses die.
I'm sorry to everyone that has to pay prices like $23 for a book like this. Canada, $23.
How much is it here? 17 is still a lot.
But still, that's like 20% more.
It's an adult novel, and adult novels are always way more expensive for some reason.
No, that's more than that. That's like 30% more than what we would pay. I'm doing rough math. If I'm wrong, well, shut up.
I requested this Voices by David Elliott. So it's the final hours of Joan of Arc.
That cover is dank as hell.
You like it?
That is awesome. That is an awesome cover. That is I just like drawings. I prefer. If you're gonna put a person on something, have an artist make something. Don't take a picture of a real person.
I like how it's got like words
Never
in the
looks
back.
good.
But what's really cool about this is it's a book told in verse or like, you know,
Poems?
just like poems and like short little like blurbs. But some of them have like it's like a
It's just
sword.
weird. It's like, hey, let's make this book really long by putting 2 words on one
I hear
page.
it's actually like I hear this book actually packs a little bit of a punch, even though it's like short and written like that.
It's like 10 pages long, but they spread it out on like 200 pages.
Through a dazzling kaleidoscope of poems and the voices of people and objects in Joan's life, Voices offers an unforgettable perspective on an extraordinary young woman. Along the way, it explores timely issues such as gender, misogyny, and the peril of speaking truth to power. I think it sounds really cool, and I'm looking forward to reading it.
It
comes out March.
It looks really good.
I can't breathe. These books are killing me. How did they get so dusty?
I already like the look of that book. It's super cool.
I'm honestly shocked that you like it.
Why?
Because you hate people on covers.
This isn't people. This is a drawing. This is artwork.
It is cool.
Like, look at this. This is also not people, but it is people.
But it's cool.
You know what? Soylent Green is people too.
What?
No, don't worry about it.
Then I got The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. All I know is this is sci-fi and it gets rave reviews and people love it. And I totally just bent my cover because I dropped it off the table.
And there's a booger or something right there.
It's not a booger.
It's
I
a
dropped
booger.
it on the floor, okay? And then I wrecked it. When Rosemary Harper joins the crew of the Wayfarer, she isn't expecting much. The patched-up ship has seen better days, but it offers her everything she could possibly want. A spot to call home, a chance to explore the far-off corners of the galaxy, and some distance from her past. Nothing could be further from what she's known than the crew of Wayfarer. I don't know, I hear it's a really cool sci-fi, like, adventure-y story. And I think there's 3 books in this series.
Here, I'll show you guys the cover because she never does. There you go. Like, what do you guys think? Yeah. Bye.
I did not ask for this book. Someone just sent it to me. Who sent it to me? Harper. The Lost Puzzler by Eel Kless. Like I said, I didn't ask for this one, but it actually sounds really cool. More than 100 years has passed since the great catastrophe brought humanity to the brink of extinction. Those who survived are changed. The Wilderners have reverted to the old ways, praying to new gods, while others place their faith in the technology that once powered their lost civilization. In the mysterious city of Towers, the center of the destroyed Terrican Empire, a lowly scribe of the Guild of Historians is charged with a dangerous assignment. I just should never read aloud, you guys. I just shouldn't.
Yep.
Fear, violence, tattooed mutants, manic truckers. I'm all about this. Seems like a weird
Mad
kind
Max.
of tech, like sci-fi.
It's Mad
Not
Max.
sci-fi.
It's Mad Max. That's what it sounds like.
Post-apocalyptic.
It sounds like
Is
Mad
that
Max.
bad?
I already watched Mad Max. Why do I want to read it now?
I don't know. Why not? Seems cool.
Maybe it's cool. I don't know.
So, this is another book that got sent to me, Map of Days, the 4th novel of Miss Peregrine's Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. It came with this too. It actually is really cool. So Penguin sent this to me.
Oh!
Makes
Oh my god!
Can you show that or no?
Maybe. Look. It comes with things. Actually, let's try this. See what happens. It's not gonna focus on the inside.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. We don't have the technology for this.
It's got some cool pictures.
can't
Dude,
show you.
Look at this creepy picture on the... Okay, so here's the thing. I read 3/4 of the first book, and I never finished it, so I didn't give it a fair chance, and I just never picked up the rest of them.
They made a movie.
However, they did.
We never watched it.
I think that these books have such cool pictures, and it's a really cool concept. And this one's no exception. You flip through this, there's like a million cool pictures, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I won't show you. But even the cover is like really cool. Like it's a person, but it's a cool picture.
It's so creepy.
But look at these pictures on the back. They're so creepy.
Those are all in here. No, 2 of those are in here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Did you not look through this thing?
I forgot.
Come on.
I looked through it like forever ago. All right, I'll give you an example of some pictures.
That one's in there too, I think. The map. Nah. Oh.
So it's like a mermaid person. I don't know.
No, it's a mermaid like clown thing.
It's just
Are you
creepy.
serious? Did you even look at the picture?
So creepy. Ugh. Oh, it's a clown holding a clown mermaid. Got it.
That's even worse. I thought that was a person sitting on something.
I really have to get into this series someday. This little package that they sent me is really cool. It also came with this. I don't know if you guys want to pause it and read it, but I don't remember what it says. Ooh.
Ooh. Nailed it. That's a nice one. Look at that. It's like gold and trimmed.
Look at this.
And just looks beautiful.
So far, this one's winning.
Winning.
I got another gigantic book. Wah! The Inheritance Trilogy by N.K. Jemisin. So basically, anything this author writes gets crazy good reviews. She's like a fantasy author. This is 3 books in one, so it's all of them. How many pages is it? Like 1,450 pages. Oh my god. I don't know what it's about. It's one of those things that I really didn't want to know what it's about because it has such good reviews and people love it. She also writes like the 5th season books. The 100,000 Kingdoms, The Broken Kingdoms, The Kingdom of Gods, and The Awakened Kingdom.
So it's 4 books.
One's probably just like a prequel little thing.
Ah.
Well, that's 300 pages. That's...
One is 1 page.
Oh. No.
It says 1.
No,
right?
it
Oh, no, it
starts
starts
on
on page
page
1.
And goes to 389, then 389 to 773. The last one is kind of short.
You seemed so confused there. You're like...
I don't know. I don't want to know what it's about. Gods and mortals, power and love, death and revenge. She will unleash them all.
There you go.
Epic fantasies. I got this book sent to me from Harper. I didn't ask for it. I don't know what it's about. Pride, Prejudice, Monsters.
It's about a dragon shadows.
Dragon Shadow. A Heartstone novel by L. Catherine White. I don't know if this is a sequel. It seems like a sequel from what they're saying. The first sentence seems like it kind of gives away like a spoiler. So, yeah. I don't know if I want to talk about this because it may spoil stuff. Because it says a Heartstone novel. Author of Heartstone. So I'm guessing you should read Heartstone before you read this. They sent it to me. I don't know anything about it, but I don't know. The cover doesn't seem that great, but maybe it's good.
I'm going to judge the cover right now.
A lively adventure of action, wit, and romance. I'm down.
The cover is on the verge of being cheesy, but I feel like it's just the right type of cheesy. Because it's like almost
I like the castle.
It's almost like a damsel, but she's like a
Awesome.
badass. You know what I mean? And I love her outfit. The blue, like, whatever this is considered.
No one said marriage to a dragon rider would be easy.
It's super cool. And then the sword is a nice little touch. The sword is definitely was definitely put on there afterward though, because the orientation of the hilt does not
notices these things like
does not match the way that her hand is holding it. So
I would never have noticed that.
Nice try, guys. But you didn't fool me.
Then I got, oh my god, I'm so excited for this book, guys. Slayer by Kirsten White. When I was younger, Buffy was like one of my favorite shows. I loved Buffy.
The Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys
Duh.
know in case you didn't know.
This one comes out in January. It came with some really cool stuff. So it came with these pins.
Nice, cool pins, Meek. Did you read what they say?
It says, I'm chosen, Slayer, slay me, and watcher. It also came with this really awesome pin. It's like a stake with Slayer.
So these are buttons and that's a pin.
Oh, yeah.
You called this a pin, I think?
Yeah, they're the same thing.
They're not the same thing.
Nina and her twin sister Artemis are far from normal. It's hard to be when you grow up at the Watchers Academy, which is a bit different from your average boarding school. Here, teens are trained as guides for slayers, girls gifted with supernatural strength to fight the forces of darkness. But while Nina's mother is a prominent member of the Watchers Council, Nina has never embraced the violent Watcher lifestyle. Instead, she follows her instincts to heal, carving out a place for herself at the school as the school medic. Until her life changes forever. Thanks to Buffy, the famous and infamous Slayer that Nina's father died protecting, Nina is not only the newest chosen one, she's the last Slayer ever, period. I just love these Slayer stories.
So wasn't Buffy the last Slayer as well? Or were there other Slayers?
Slayers are born. Like,
okay.
They're constantly
Aren't
being
most
like...
people born? Like
they're constantly being like chosen.
Reincarnated.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, what I'm asking you is, was she the last Slayer?
Not that I knew of. I don't.
There
remember.
were other Slayers that showed up. Why was she always saving the world? And why didn't other Slayers come and help her?
You mean like the previous Slayer?
No, I mean, so there's only one Slayer in the world.
Yes, I
so
believe
why is there a whole school?
They're protecting the Slayer.
So there's a whole school
Helping
that's gonna
her.
help the Slayer, the one Slayer. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
That seems dumb.
Correct.
That is not.
All right, correct me if I'm wrong.
It literally says on there that they're being trained on the back, Meek. They're being trained to be guides to Slayers. So I would assume if there's a whole boarding school, is it a boarding school for like 2 people? How many guides do you need? Who was her guide in the original series? It was what's his face, right? Giles or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many were there?
1.
1. Thank you.
I don't know. Okay, I haven't watched.
I feel like
show.
they're training to be guides to all the different Slayers, but was there only one Slayer? Why have a whole school dedicated to train all these people to be guides to one person?
I'm pretty sure.
Why can't the
All
teachers
right,
just be the guides then, if that's the case?
I haven't seen Buffy in like 15 years, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought there was only one Slayer at a time, like period. But I could be wrong. Let me know. I finally picked up The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. Bonus full-page illustration unique to this edition only. Wow.
Good thing they're drawn so badly.
What is this?
It's a map, Meek. It's a map. It's a map. It's a map.
It is book 1 to the Stormlight Archive series. All of these books are like 1,000,000 pages long. This one is 1,000 pages. Why did I buy so many large books?
Because you're dumb.
I'm never going to have time to read these.
Yep, I agree.
I don't know what this is about. I really don't want to know. I feel like we read the Mistborn series and it was really good, and that's the only thing I've read by Brandon Sanderson so far. But I have so many books by him that I want to read. This is one of them. People rave about this. A lot of people say that this is their favorite series by him. So we should definitely read it soon.
It's old.
So? It's still being written. There's like going to be like 7 books.
Check out this dude's cape. It has this awesome pattern on it. It reminds me of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. I never noticed that.
You don't notice anything. I don't like this cover, but let me not look at it.
True.
I don't like it. I can't see it.
I got The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins
I don't like the
Reid.
name of it.
I think this cover is mad cool.
Does she kill her husbands?
No idea. I basically just got this book because everyone that reads it says it blew their mind and it was so awesome. And now I probably have all this hype built up for this book, and I hope I really like it. But basically, aging and reclusive Hollywood movie icon Evelyn Hugo is finally ready to tell the truth about her glamorous and scandalous life. But when she chooses unknown magazine reporter Monique Grant for the job, no one is more astounded than Monique herself. Why her and why now? Monique is not exactly on the top of the world. Her husband has left her and her professional life is going nowhere. Regardless of why Evelyn has selected her to write her biography, Monique is determined to use this opportunity to jumpstart her career. Alright, I don't know. I hear that this book is just awesome,
Wow.
and look at this cover.
You guys can't even see it. It's so white.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very nice.
This book doesn't sound that great to me, but literally everyone says it's good.
Did we buy
so
this book?
I did.
Thanks a lot.
I hope it's good. Then I picked up The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. You guys have all probably heard about this book by now, but it is the Achilles story, right? The best of all Greeks, son of the cruel sea goddess Thetis. He is strong, swift, and beautiful.
And beautiful.
It
he
says
fought...
he's the
Wait,
son of legendary
that's Brad
king.
Pitt. Brad Pitt.
Yeah, legendary King Pelus. Patroclus is an awkward young prince exiled from his homeland after an act of shocking violence. Brought together by chance, they forge an inseparable bond despite risking the god's wrath. They're trained by the centaur Chiron in the art of war and medicine, but when word comes that Helen of Sparta has been kidnapped, all of the heroes of Greece are called upon to lay siege to Troy in her name. Dude, I just love the movie Troy, and I've never read any of the books.
I don't know why. It wasn't that great.
About Troy.
It was super predictable and corny.
I love it. I forgot to show you guys this. Along with this book, I got this pin. Came with it. So, thought that looked cool. It's like a sword. It says, "You will be the death of me."
You will, Meek.
Yeah. Get more books.
I'm gonna put this back.
These books are killing me. The dust.
These books are gonna be the death of me.
Oh, that coffee's freezing cold. 10 years later.
I'm getting the books, you silly. You could help. You could help.
Nah.
You could help me, you know? Cheese. Cheeses, Lapidus.
I forgot what I bought. A lot of these books that he's actually bringing over now are book outlet books. They all got put together somehow.
I gotta work out. I'm done for the day. I don't need to do anything anymore. Hold on, let me get a break here.
He thinks this book sounds terrible.
Oh my god, look at the cover. It's hideous.
Phoenix Unbound by Grace Draven.
Show them that cover. Come on. Like, it's a drawing.
So this book came in my...
All right, look, I take it back. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was. First glance, it's super corny, though.
This came in my adult fantasy bookie box. Says every year each town is required to send a young woman to the empire's capital, her fate to be burned alive for the entertainment of the masses. For the last 5 years, one small village's tithe has been the same woman. So you gotta find out how she keeps coming back to life and yada yada yada. I don't think it sounds as bad as you do. Guess what it says?
I don't know. How am I supposed to guess?
Exactly the kind of sweeping romantic adventure story that I've been yearning for. I picked up The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This book has won, like, awards. It has, like, so many, like, rave reviews and a lot of hype surrounding it. I don't know anything about it. Let's see. Theo Decker, a 13-year-old New Yorker, miraculously survives an accident that kills his mother. Abandoned by his father, Theo is taken in by wealthy Park Avenue family, or a family. He is bewildered by his strange new home and tormented by his longing for his mother, clings to the one thing that reminds him of her, a small, mysteriously captivating painting that has come into his possession. As an adult, Theo moves easily between the antique store where he works, the drawing rooms of the rich, and the underworld of art. He's alienated, unmoored, and in love, and drawn inexorably by the power of that painting into a narrowing, dangerous circle. I don't know what the heck this is going to be about.
Let me just pull this back here.
I'm guessing this is the painting on the back.
That is the painting on the back.
I think that's cool, like, because obviously in the book you're probably never going to see the painting and they're going to describe it, so it's cool that they show you.
Maybe. They were smart. They put it in there. I mean, this is probably not the original version of the book.
This is the only cover I've ever seen.
100% isn't. But you saw it already had this on it?
No, I'm saying, like, that's the only type of cover I've seen for this book.
And then it also says more than 3 million copies sold. I'm sure that they added that after 3 million copies are sold, so therefore this is not the same cover.
A movie out of this or no?
I don't know.
It seems like something they would make a movie out of.
Every book seems like something they would make a movie out of, because that's what they make movies out of, is books. There's no original content anymore. I
got The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. Leia was always one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, and I don't know, I was so sad when Fishy died. Carrie Fisher died.
Were you guys best friends? Is that why you call her that?
When Carrie
What up, Fishy? Hey, Fishy, I missed you.
When Carrie Fisher discovered the journals she kept during the filming of Star Wars movie, she was astonished to see what they had preserved. Plaintive love poems, unbridled musings with youthful naivete, and a vulnerability that she barely recognized. With excerpts from her handwritten notebooks, this is an intimate and revealing collection of what happened.
Look at that thing.
You know, you gotta go a little...
No, stop moving my... I got it. No, okay, yeah, so where's my mouth? I had it in the perfect spot. Pretty good. It's pretty freaking good.
I've basically heard from multiple people that have seen her live shows and like her talking in interviews that she's actually very good at explaining things and putting like a funny twist on her life and her story. So I'm actually really excited to read this. It looks, there's some cool looking stuff.
Yeah, there's some pictures and stuff in here. This is really cool. Look at that little penguin. Penguin. Look at that little penguin. He has a lightsaber. Bet you didn't even notice that.
No, let me see. What?
You never notice anything about anything.
My throat's dying. Then I picked up Half a King by Joe Abercrombie.
Half a king, half a woman.
So
Wait, what? I meant to say queen. Half a king, half a queen.
I have to read the inside because I don't.
Half a king, all queen. That's what it should have
I
been.
basically got this. I got this one from Book Outlet. That other one came from Book Outlet too.
I'm gonna drink this now.
Look at the mappy.
I love maps, dude. Okay, that's not a map. That looks like the cover.
What is this?
It's the cover.
And I thought it had a sword on it, but it doesn't. Oh!
Yeah,
What? There's like no descriptions? Alright.
Meek, it's right here. Look.
No, that's just praise for the book.
Look, it's right there.
That's about the author.
Look, it's right on the first page.
No, give me this. Show
It's
this.
on the first page.
Prince Yarvi has vowed to regain the throne that he never wanted, but first he must survive cruelty, chains, and the bitter waters of the Shattered Sea, and he must do it all with only one good hand. The deceived will become the deceiver. Born a weakling in the eyes of his father, Yarvi is alone in the world where a strong arm and a cold heart rule. He cannot grip a shield or swing an axe, so he must sharpen his mind to a deadly edge. Dude, he's like totally Game of Thrones.
Arya,
No,
describe the person.
the short one.
Tyrion.
Yes. It reminds me of Tyrion.
The short one. Nice, Meek. Nice.
Gathering a strange fellowship of the outcast and the lost, he finds that they can do more to help him become the man he needs. Yada, yada, yada. I heard it's really good, and it's a fantasy, so I got it. And it was cheap.
Covers I guess that's what I'm here for, is to judge the covers. You obviously know that I like this one. It's cool. And I like the touch of the lightsaber.
So this is a classic book, East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I don't know, like, I'm not really a huge classic reader because I like to have an easy read. Like, not super easy, but I like to be able to pick something up, not have all this complicated writing and, like, people...
Convoluted is the word.
Overcomplicating things, and it's just, like... I feel like a lot of classics do that. Granted, I like the story behind a lot of classics once you actually get into it, but reading it can be a pain in the butt. I don't usually buy a lot of classics, but I really loved this cover to this one. I think it like looks really cool, and it looks like old parchment paper, even though it's like actually really like smooth and nice. Adam Trask came to California from the east to farm and raise his family on the new rich land. But the birth of his twins, Cal and Aaron, brings his wife to the brink of madness, and Adam is left alone to raise his boys to manhood. One boy thrives, nurtured by the love of all of those around him. The other one grows up in loneliness, enveloped by a mysterious darkness. It could be good. It's like really long for a classic. It's like almost 560 something pages.
The cover is pretty cool. It's old school, like ink drawings, which looks really nice. Just black and white.
Yeah, I
have no idea what it's about.
I probably never would have bought it if it didn't have this cover because I saw someone haul this cover once and I was like, oh, that cover's so cool. But the story doesn't sound
This guy's so old school that his portrait has him holding a cigarette out. Like he's like the coolest.
Look
I
at my
smoke.
cigarettes.
I'm one of the cool ones.
Let me see.
Back in the day when smoking was cool.
Oh my god, the way he's holding it.
And he has his little stash.
Yep.
You know, he twirled that thing. He's like...
Nice cut on your finger.
I know. I am full of cuts. It happens a lot when you work at Ray's. It's dangerous there. Look at Sadie. She went missing.
Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I've never read anything by him, but I've heard some pretty good things. And this book, I've literally never heard anything bad about. But I got it on Book Outlet because I didn't know if I would like it. You want to hold it?
I'll hold it. This is really disturbing. How it's messing me up.
I need to read it. It's on the inside.
Oh, then why'd you want me to hold it?
Other side.
That side? He looks like a nurse. Like it looks like he's wearing scrubs in that picture.
Maybe he is.
No, he's not. It's like a hoodie. It's a hoodie. I like his
he wrote Wayward Pines.
I like his casual. I didn't read that, so.
No, it's the show. Didn't they make a show out of it?
Oh. Maybe it's
watching
based off a book.
All right.
Why do you have to yell at me?
Ah!
You're in my ear, dude.
Are you happy with your life? Those are the last words Jason Dessen hears before the masked abductor knocks him into unconsciousness, before he awakens to find himself strapped to a gurney, surrounded by strangers in hazmat suits. Before a man Jason's never met smiles down on him and says, "Welcome back, my friend." In the world he's woken up to, Jason's life is not the one he knows. His wife is not his wife, his son was never born, and Jason is not an ordinary college physics professor. I don't want to know much more about
this sounds cool, dude. I like this one.
Book club?
Maybe.
I hear it's really
good. Is it newer?
Good. No.
It's old?
It's been out for a while.
I don't like old books.
Yes, you
I
do.
pass.
Shut
I like
up.
the cover. It's weird and like disturbing a little bit. Especially like it looks really cool on camera too. Whoa. Whoa!
Then I picked up A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray.
I don't like the cover. Just letting you know now. I'll tell
yeah.
you why later.
I know nothing about this, just that even people that don't like YA fantasy tend to really like this book. Or not. I don't know if it's fantasy, but people that don't tend to like these types of book like it.
This better be fancy. It looks like she has something growing out of her back here.
Where?
And they're like, she's gonna have an alien.
I can't see.
Sound like Donald Duck coming out of her back, apparently.
It's her spine.
I know, but if I looked at it quickly there. I was like, ooh, this is an aliens book.
Gemma Doyle finds an icy reception at the Spence Academy in London, the boarding school to which she's sent after tragedy strikes her family in India. Lonely and guilt-ridden, Gemma taps into her power to attract the supernatural. Dark visions fill her mind that have an uncomfortable habit of coming true. Trying to survive at Spence, she becomes entangled with Felicity Worthington, leader of the school's most powerful clique, and discovers her own mother's connection to a shadowy group called the Order.
Okay, so what does that have to do with a girl in a nightgown? Like, and apparently all 3 books have girls in nightgowns. That's like the theme.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Why make it like this?
No idea.
It's supposed to like attract somebody? People that want to like, read about old ladies in nightgowns?
She's not old.
Yeah, but she's from like the 40s, so that makes her old.
Oh my god.
Imagine her now. Or like she's like from the 1840s.
I never heard of this book. I saw someone haul it not too long ago and it sounded kind of cool. Apparently it's a movie or a show or something. It says Major Motion Picture. John dies at the end.
Oh, I never heard of that. That sounds delicious.
It's a severed hand.
Mm-hmm.
But when I read this like thing on the back, that's what made me want it. So.
Ooh, there's a QR code.
Yeah. Scan this QR code with any quick response. Something you're moving too much. Oh, it doesn't say. All right. So this is why it sounded cool. Stop. You should not have touched this book with your bare hands. No, don't put it down now. It's too late. They're watching you. My name is David Wong. My best friend is John. Those names are fake. You might want to change yours. You may not want to know about the things you'll read on these pages, about the sauce, about Korik, about the invasion and the future, but it's too late. You touch the book. You're in the game. You're under the eye. The only defense is knowledge. You need to read this book to the end, even the part with the bratwurst. Why? You just have to trust me. The important things is this. The drug is called soy sauce, and it gives users a window into another dimension. John and I never had a chance to say no, and you still do. It just seems so cool and weird.
So that code, QR code, brings you to the movie. And apparently, the movie looks terrible.
Yeah.
The movie looks like a made-for-TV Disney movie, but it's probably a little bit more adult. That's the cover of the movie there. It doesn't look good. If I'm going to judge things by their cover, that looks terrible. Yeah, it looks really bad. I hope that the book is better because...
At the end, it also says, unfortunately for us, if you make the right choice, we'll have a much harder time explaining how to fight off the otherworldly invasion currently threatening to enslave humanity. I'm sorry to have involved you in this, I really am. But as you read about these terrible events and the deep, dark epic the world is about to enter as a result, it is crucial you keep one thing in mind. None of this is my fault. I just think it sounds kind of neat.
This seems like it's R-rated. It's $8.38.
It doesn't have bad reviews though.
On Amazon, and it doesn't have terrible reviews. It's cheaper for the Blu-ray than the DVD. Yeah, I never even heard about this movie, but the book sounds better. It's most likely better. I probably wouldn't want to watch the movie.
No.
Maybe if I read the book and I really liked it, then I would want to watch the movie. But
so then, like everyone on the planet, I got Kingdom of Ash. I'm not really going to talk about this. It's the ending to the Throne of Glass series. This book is deceptively long. It's like 900 and something pages.
Well, how is that deceptively long?
Because it doesn't look that long. It doesn't look like 900 pages. But like,
Oh, I see.
because they use like Bible pages in it. They're super thin. I've heard mixed things. I think that a lot of people that are going to critique the series anyway critique it and they don't really like it, but most people that are fans of the series, they tend to really like it. The ending, I like that.
I like it too.
The Peregrine one still wins so far.
I really like this sword and this like signature, whatever that signature is. Do you know what it is?
Sarah J. Maas.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh. I like it.
So it's not my favorite series, but I enjoy it. I have a good time reading it. And I plan on picking it up soon because I just want to finish it. The end.
I like the cover. It's like her dressed as like a princessy thing on the back and then as like a warrior thing on the front. Pretty cool.
I requested this book, Sky Without Stars, by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. Planet something was founded 500 years...
It's not actually called something. It's Laterre.
Later. Was founded 500 years after the last days, where an extravagant elite class reigns supreme, where the clouds hide the stars and the poor starve in the streets, where a rebel group long thought dead is resurfacing. Whispers of revolution have begun, a revolution that hinges on 3 unlikely heroes. I hear this is like a mix of you did it.
What the heck? Why'd you have to put the knife out? It's like, I'm gonna stab you, just don't walk into it.
So I hear it's like Les Mis in space.
Space Miz?
I'm just like, I'm done. That sounds awesome. I can't wait to read this. It's like 560 pages.
There's like splits in the chapters
Probably
too.
pictures or yeah, it's picture or it's like
Art like it's things.
Sci-Fi Les Mis. Let's go. Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I
know
got
that
another
one.
copy of this.
I know that book. That's a book.
They actually sent this to me for free, so thank you very much, Little Brown. I still have not read this. I need to do it really soon.
It's like one of your favorite books.
Oh,
that's pretty.
pretty.
Don't you have? Oh no, you have the paper ones.
I don't have this edition yet.
Well, you do now.
I purchased the UK one because, you know, they always look better.
This one's the same cover as the UK though.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Nope. The other one, the orange one, is the UK edition.
Oh.
So isn't that one way cooler than that one?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. That one is cooler than that one.
It's like this is the original UK one,
This one?
the blue one.
The blue one, yeah.
And then was the US one. This is the US hardcover here.
Okay.
So
Okay. Alright.
Bloodleaf, I asked for this one. This one comes out March 2019. When does that Sky one come out? I forgot to say. March.
March 19th,
So this
2019.
one comes out in March too. This cover's okay. But I requested it because it's got a lot of hype already and people are saying it's really good. Let me read the back.
Hold on, let me just look at this cover. Okay.
Princess Aurelia is a prisoner to her crown and the heir that nobody wants. Surrounded by spirits and banned from using her blood magic, Aurelia must flee her country after a devastating assassination attempt. Her only option for freedom lies within another warden, her betrothed, Prince Valentin. To escape her fate, she disguises herself as a commoner in a new land and discovers a happiness her crown has never allowed. As she forges new bonds and perfects her magic, she begins to fall for a man who's forbidden to rule beside her. It doesn't sound too great, but like people have like given it really good reviews so far.
Ages 14 and up, grade 9 and up. 384 pages.
That's what the final copy is going to be?
I don't know, it says it right there.
So HMH sent this to me. Thank you very much.
I'm not a big fan. Like, okay, like, if we ever get any love story books, I'm always like, that sounds dumb. So just, you know.
Don't tell you about it?
I don't like that stuff. It's
you like Strange the Dreamer.
It's alright.
It's a love story.
Nah, it wasn't a build.
But it has it in it.
It didn't get to the love story until the very end, and it wasn't, like, hitting me over the head with it, so. Tight.
I got this one from Book Outlet, and it's one of those that has, like, super mixed reviews, so I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, so I waited until it was super cheap. I think they just made a show or a movie out of this. I
was like, that doesn't look right. But I'm seeing it backwards.
I think you read through the eyes of the bad guy. in this
Whoa,
book.
so you just like stare at his eyes and like you see the book behind his eyes. This is amazing. How do they do this technology?
When a beautiful, aspiring writer strides into the East Village bookstore where Joe Goldberg works, he does what anyone would do. He Googles the name on her credit card.
Anyone?
There's only one Guinevere Beck in New York City. She has a public Facebook account and tweets incessantly telling Joe everything he needs to know. She is simply Beck to her friends. She went to Brown University. She lives on Bank Street, and she'll be at a bar in Brooklyn tonight, the perfect place for a chance meeting. As Joe invisibly and obsessively takes control of Beck's life, he begins quietly removing the obstacles that stand in their way. It just sounds so creepy. And
This is like how to make a kidnapper.
How to make a stalker.
How to make a stalker.
But I hear it's done, like, well, but some people just hate on it, and I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna fit.
It sounds good, but I'm like, no, I got anxious from your synapses. I was like, oh man, this is too real. Like, there's
Too much.
Wait, there's people like that out there, and it's like so creepy. I literally was getting nervous. I was just like, not normal people. They don't do that.
I then picked up Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. Another one that I heard about on YouTube a long time ago. This book's been out for a while, but it has, like, really good hype. Charged with the brutal murder of 2 men, Agnes has been removed to her homeland's farthest reaches, to an isolated farm in northern Iceland to await execution. I think this is based on a true story now, if I'm remembering. Yeah, it is. Horrified at the prospect of housing a convicted murderer, the family on the farm avoids Agnes. Only Toady, a priest Agnes has chosen to be her spiritual guardian, seeks to understand her. As the winter months pass and Agnes's death looms closer, the farmer's wife and daughters learn there is another side to this sensational tale they've heard. I don't know, I hear that it was really good. That's why I got it. Seems pretty neat. It's like you're reading through, like, a doomed
It's in
woman's...
Iceland. There's also a map here of Iceland.
I
That's
really
pretty
like that it's based on a true story.
I get nervous when things are based on true stories.
The Girl at Midnight by Melissa Gray. I don't know anything about this besides it's like either middle grade or YA, and it has a lot of hype in that crack though. Beneath the streets of New York City live the Avicen, an ancient race of people with feathers for hair and magic running through their veins. Age-old enchantments keep them hidden from humans, all but one. Echo is a runaway pickpocket who survives by selling stolen treasure on the black market, and the Avicen are the only family she's ever known. She's clever and daring, and at times she can be brash, but above all else, she's fiercely loyal. I mean, it could be cool.
Sounds cool.
I think I just bought the sequel, too. I got both of these on Book Outlet for, like, super cheap. They were, like, $3.
It's just a purple cover. No title. Looks good.
But super cheap. Super cheap. Super cheap.
You're super cheap, eh?
Give the Dark My Love by Beth Revis. So this is also one of my Fall Into Fantasy readathon picks. This is the one I'm actually reading right now. I'm just telling you right now, I'm not going to get very far in this readathon because I've only read not even one book. But I've read, like, what page am I on? 111. It's okay so far. I don't really know what's going to happen. It's about a young girl who wants to study medicinal alchemy. And she goes to this academy. And of course, there's a boy. And they're trying to be, like, not lovey-dovey about it. But you know they're going to end up together. I mean, it's just...
It's a given.
But I bought this book specifically for the readathon, basically, because I heard that it's way better than you would think. And so far, it's not. I mean, to me, right now, it's probably, like,
way worse.
A 3.
It's worse than I would think.
It's like 3 right now. I mean, I'm only 100
So it's
pages in,
average.
so maybe it'll get better.
So it's an
Did
average
we naked
book.
it? Boring.
It's boring.
It's all right. It's
Just
not,
as boring as the
it's
regular
nothing special
cover.
so far.
And just as boring as the book it probably is. Got him.
Fix it.
Got him.
In the Woods by Tana French.
I like that cover.
As dusk approaches a small Dublin suburb in the summer of 1984. I was born then. Mothers begin to call their children home, but on this warm evening, 3 children do not return from the dark and silent woods. When the police arrive, they find only one of the children gripping a tree trunk in terror, wearing blood-filled sneakers and unable to recall a single detail of the previous hours. 20 years later, they find a boy, Rob Ryan, they found... I'm done. You're reading through the found boy's eyes later on.
Yeah. His name is Rob Ryan, Meek. Why is that so hard to understand?
He's a detective, and then a 12-year-old girl is found murdered in the same woods. Sounds cool. I'm down.
This reminds me of Chalkman.
Yeah.
It has the same feel. Even the cover has the same feel to it.
It's won an award, though. Then I picked up The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I'm sure everyone's heard of this book by now.
We have the audiobook for that.
I do, because I got it for like $5. I just bought like 5 audiobooks, by the way.
Excuse me, and you didn't tell me until now.
When they're on, like...
So you decided to tell me on the thing here, so that my reaction has to be tamer than it would normally be. But guess what? Not today, young lady.
I can't resist a good Audible sale. So I don't know anything about this. I didn't know if I would like it because people they say that sometimes it gets confusing with like who's who and all that stuff, and sometimes I get annoyed by that crap. It says, at the edge of the Russian wilderness, winter lasts most of the year and the snowdrifts grow taller than houses. But Vasilia doesn't mind. She spends the winter nights huddled under the embers of a fire with her beloved siblings, listening to her nurse's fairy tales. Above all, she loves the chilling story of Frost, the blue-eyed winter demon who appears in the frigid night to claim unwary souls. Wise Russians fear him, her nurse says, and honor the spirits of house and yard and forest that protect their homes from evil. After Vasilia's mother dies, her father goes to Moscow and brings home a new wife. Fiercely devout, city-bred, Vasilia's new stepmother forbids her family from honoring the household spirits. The family acquiesces, but Vasilia is frightened, sensing that more hinges upon their rituals than anyone knows.
That's good.
Seems cool.
Did you get to the end?
No.
Okay, all right.
They tell a
lot. That was long.
I know, I'm sorry if, like, me reading this stuff is boring, but, like, I just can't remember all these synopses. It's alright. Nothing special.
I always like the double color, the 2 colors. I'm not always a big fan of the single colored ones. I just think it adds a little bit more. It makes it look like more old-timey.
This book has really good reviews, though. You like this cover.
Oh, I love that cover. I love it.
I love it. A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent, but the author is Marie Brennan.
I just like I don't know. I just think it just looks like a textbook. Like if my textbooks were like this in school, I would have paid attention. It would have been great. Learn about dragons and stuff.
Let me see.
Yes, please.
She's a dragon naturalist, remarkable woman that brought the study of dragons out of the misty shadows of myth and misunderstanding. So this is, in her own words, the true story of a pioneering spirit who risked her reputation, her prospects, and her fragile flesh and bone to satisfy her scientific curiosity, of how she sought true love and happiness despite her eccentricities. My throat is dying from this. All right.
Is it from this?
Yeah, like, books collect dust really easily, and even though I've only had these books for like a month, apparently they collected a lot of dust.
Cool.
I picked this book up specifically because it was written by Brandon Sanderson. I know nothing about it, but it is The Rhythmatist.
All I know about it is that this cover is terrible.
Is it?
I get it that they're going for like a steampunk look.
Yeah.
But it's really cheesy and bad.
More than anything, Joel wants to be a rhythmatist. They have the power to infuse life into 2-dimensional figures known as chalklings.
Oh.
They are humanity's only defense against the wild chalklings, merciless creatures that leave mangled corpses in their wake. As the son of a lowly chalk maker at Armedius Academy, Joel can only watch as rhythmatist students learn the magical art that he would do anything to practice.
Sounds good. Sounds alright. Sounds like magic.
It's a children's book?
Oh, great. It's a children's book? Come on. Why don't you... That's why the cover looks terrible.
A New York Times notable children's book. It's probably YA. It's probably not really children's.
Meek, you bought a Do I look like a children to you?
Yes. Don't they... It doesn't say... I picked up The Walled City by Ryan Groudon.
That's a weird cover. I don't hate it, though. Oh, I like the back of the back of the fact is black, white, red.
Red. I honestly don't remember anything about this book. I put it in my cart because it was on Book Outlet and super cheap, and I heard it was good one time, a long time ago. It says 730. That's how many days I've been trapped. 18. That's how many days I have left to find a way out. Jin, Mei Yi, and Dai live in a walled city, a lawless labyrinth overrun by crime lords and street gangs. Jin hides under the radar, afraid that her biggest secret will be discovered. She passes a boy to stay safe. As a boy, my bad. But when Dai, a boy with a secret of his own, offers Jin the only chance she has to find her kidnapped sister, Mei Yi, she begins a race against the clock to save everyone she loves and escape the walled city. I don't know. I got it, like I said, on Book Outlet because it was cheap, and I don't know if I'm going to like it.
Word.
I do know I like this book, though. Howl's Moving Castle. Who wrote it? Again, Diana Wynne Jones. So this is like one of my favorite all-time movies. Not one of my favorite all-time books. I know. I actually like the movie better. Crazy. I just feel like Hayao Miyazaki did such a beautiful job, like, turning this into, like, a cool story.
Oh, so it's not a cool story? He turned it into a cool story?
No, it is. It's a cool story, but I think it's better. I know, people are going to hate me for saying that.
Because you already read this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to explain it. You guys should watch it and or read it. The book and the movie are, like, pretty significantly different, though. Oh, this is also by this Walled City author. No.
Oh.
Wolf by Wolf. By the same guy as The Walled City. The year is 1956, and the Axis powers on the Third Reich and the Imperial Japan rule. To commemorate the great victory, they host the Axis Tour, an annual motorcycle race across the conjoined continents. Why did I buy this? It sounds dumb. Yale, a former death camp prisoner. This is like if Nazis won the World War II, by the way.
I figured that.
He's witnessed too much suffering, and the 5 wolves tattooed on her arm always remind her of the loved ones she's lost. The resistance has given Yale one goal: win the race and kill Hitler. This sounds dumb. Why did I buy it?
Nick, you do this crap all the time. Somebody probably gave this thing a good reviews, and you were like, "Oh, I gotta buy it now."
Yeah. It was like $3.
Sometimes I just see you there on your computer going, this is amazing. And I'm like, Mick, don't buy it. I just turn to you and I go, don't buy it. And you're like, I gotta buy it. It's so good.
Someone tell me if it's actually good. I don't know. It sounds dumb to me. I picked up I Captured the Castle by Jody Smith. I just love this cover. I think it's super cool. The pages are like so silky and like crazy nice. I got this one on Book Outlet too, surprisingly. Hold that.
Alright, you gonna read it?
17-year-old Cassandra and her family live in a not-so-gentle poverty in a ramshackle Old English castle. Here she strives over 6 turbulent months to hone her writing skills. She fills 3 notebooks with sharply funny yet poignant entries. Her journals candidly chronicle the great changes that take place within the castle's walls and her own first descent into love. By the time she pens her final entry, she has captured the castle and the heart of the reader. Who knows? It's classic.
Weird. It's hardcover, but no paper. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. It's green and starry.
Yeah. I got The Night Tiger by Yangzi Chu. This one comes out February 2019. Honestly, I requested it because it kind of reminded me of something, and I can't remember now.
Mulan?
I love any, like, Asian-inspired story.
Yeah, you're racist.
For someone?
Racist for someone? What does that mean? If you like Asian stuff more, that means that you dislike everything else
That's not
more.
True. Quick-witted, ambitious Jilin is stuck as an apprentice dressmaker, moonlighting as a dance hall girl to help pay off her mother's mahjong debts. But when one of her dance partners accidentally leaves behind a gruesome souvenir, Li Jin may finally get the adventure she's been longing for. 11-year-old houseboy Ren is also on a mission, racing to fulfill his former master's dying wish. That Ren and the man's finger, lost years ago in an accident and buried with his body. What? He has 49 days to do it? I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Smells good.
You smell good.
I just think it sounds cool. I don't know. I just love, like... Oh, it's in Malaysia. The Night Tiger is an utterly transporting novel set in 1930s colonial Malaysia, perfect for fans of something. I'm actually really looking forward to reading that. Then I got The Cold is in Her Bones by Pieternel van Arsdale. This one comes out in January. I just requested it because I've heard some good things about it so far. It says, Mila's whole world is her family's isolated farm. When a girl named Iris comes from the nearby village to stay with them, she bears a secret. The village is cursed by a demon who possesses girls at random. Now it seems the demon has come for Iris. Mila leaves her home to save her only friend and break the curse forever, but she now has a terrible secret of her own. She's changing too and may soon become a demon herself.
I don't dislike that. She has snakes coming out of her hair.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
The Warded Man by Peter Brett.
The cover looks terrible.
This has like such good reviews though. Pretty much anything by this guy. A darkness falls each night. The Corlings rise, demons who well up from the ground like hellish steam, taking on fearsome force and substance. Sand demons, wood demons, wind demons, flame demons, and gigantic rock demons, the deadliest of all. They possess supernatural strength and powers and burn with a consuming hatred of humanity. For hundreds of years, the demons have terrorized the night, slowly culling the human herd that shelters behind magical wards. I got it on Book Outlet because I didn't know if I'd like it, but it has such good reviews. Boring. This one came in Unicorn Crate? Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. 1,000 years ago, the great Kami dragon was summoned to grant a single terrible wish. And
like
the
a communist dragon?
Kami.
Oh, like God dragon.
God dragon.
Got it.
And the land of Iwagoto was plunged into an age of darkness and chaos. Didn't we say this sounded like Dragon Ball or something like that?
I don't remember, maybe. Maybe because of Kami.
Whoever holds the scroll of 1,000 prayers, a new wish will be granted.
Yeah.
It's so, but, I mean, she even said, the author said that she wrote it based on, like, Japanese tales, like...
Cool.
Which I'm all about. I put that scroll that came in that in my office.
Oh, cool.
And someone came by my desk and they're like, but what is it? I was like, it's artwork. Like, you know, just, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's just artwork and it's cool. And he just, like, didn't understand.
He's like, what's art? What is art? How do you say it? Art?
Hunted by Megan Spooner. I've been, like, going back and forth with buying this book for a while. And then it was on Book Outlet. So I was like, why not?
I like the Pokemon, like the Pokemon holographic look to the cover.
Oh.
Pokemon card.
Beauty knows the beast forest in her bones and in her blood. She knows that the forest holds secrets and that her father's the only hunter who's ever come close to discovering them. But Yiva's grown up far from her father's old lodge, raised to be part of the city's highest castle or caste of aristocrats. Still, she's never forgotten the feel of a bow in her hands, and she's spent a lifetime longing for the freedom to hunt. So when her father loses his fortune and moves Yiva and her sisters back to the outskirts of town, she's secretly relieved. Out in the wilderness, there's no pressure to make idle chatter with vapid baronesses, or to submit to marrying a wealthy gentleman. So her father starts to lose his mind, yada yada yada. I don't know, this book has like really good reviews. So I got Beauty of Darkness, which is book 3 to a series I don't even own.
You got sent that.
No.
You bought that?
It was on Book Outlet. So here's the deal. I hear really, really good things about this trilogy. And I found all 3 of them on Book Outlet. But when I rang out, this was the only one they had in stock. So the other 2 disappeared. So now I don't have the first 2. I only have book 3. So eventually I'll have to get the first 2.
That makes sense.
So I can't tell you what this is about because I don't know. And I don't want to read the back.
And have the first other ones, but yeah, the other one's spoiled. Right.
We're done. Let's talk about the giveaway.
We're going to be doing 2 giveaways, one for all of our patrons and one for everybody, all the subscribers, all the people on the channel. So the way it's going to work is the rules for the patrons, or the way you enter, is just go over to the Patreon page, enter on there. There's going to be a separate giveaway on that, and there's going to be a giveaway down below in the description. You guys follow that link, do the stuff that you need to do on there. You can enter multiple times a day, or multiple times once a day kind of thing. So, you know, come back and enter a bunch. You'll have a better chance of winning. And then the book that we're doing is
an exciting one, Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. This is the ARC edition, so you will be winning an ARC. They sent me some extra ones to give away to you guys. And this one comes out in January 2019, so it's not too far away. But it's the direct sequel to City of Brass, which we actually read during the book club 1 month, like a while ago. And we all really, really enjoyed it. And it kind of left off on a super cliffhanger. And
hey guys, we forgot to record an outro. Here's the thing. We didn't know that this video was going to be so long. So if you stayed tuned, if you stayed this far, I want you guys to write in the comment. Let's write strawberries. So just anywhere in your comment, just write strawberries, and we'll know that you guys watched this video till the end. I know that there's not going to be many of you, but if you guys did, I am so proud of you, and we will definitely like your comment. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Mikachi will also see you guys probably in another video. Sorry, she's not here. I think she's taking a shower right now, actually. And I was recording some other stuff, and I was like, ooh, let me just record that outro right quick. So that's what I did. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.